Oo. Okay, live din ako sa YouTube. YT pala, YT. Nawala ako. Uy, Art, andyan ka na pala. Oo, wala akong seatmate for today's video. Wala akong seatmate. Nag-aaral akong Python. So, I'm learning Python coding. Diba? Ikaw ang ginagawa natin pag weekend. So, imbes na magliwaliw, mag-aral. Diba? Tingnan mo yung ginawa ko. Guji 67 Mandolord. Ayan. Galing.
Treats them as numbers and adds them together. So this is the power of type conversion. Now, one of the dangerous things about this is, of course, sometimes you can't convert things into a different data type. For example, if I tried to convert ABC into a number, well, that doesn't really make sense. If I gave that to you, what would ABC be as a number? I don't know. So if we run this, you can see we get something called a value
Guji. Di mo ba kilala yung best friend ko, si John Rain?
error. So I hope you're collecting these errors in a notebook somewhere, because we're coming across lots of them, and you will come across more in your lifetime as a Python developer. So this is saying that there is an invalid literal for the int, which is ABC. And so it doesn't really make sense to convert this into a number, is what it's trying to tell you. So you have to be really careful when you're doing type conversions, because sometimes you can end up with errors, and sometimes you can just simply lose data. But we can use this method to convert things into all of the four major primitive types that we've learned about. So we can convert to an integer, we can convert into a float, we can convert into a string, and we can even convert into a bool. So to check that you've understood how to convert...
Oh, di ba? Kilala mo pala si Guji 67 Mandolord. Print natin. O, di ba? Ayan, Guji 67 Mandolord, barkada ni Art. Okay.
Different data types and why we get different type errors, I have a final pause challenge for you, which is to make this line of code run without errors. So I want you to go ahead and copy this line of code, paste it into your code file, and try to hit run. Now go ahead and enter a name triggered by this input, and then you will see that you get a type error. So read through the type error, see if you can understand what it's trying to tell you, and fix this code so that it does what you expect it to do, which is to print out the number of letters in the name that the user has. Pause the video.
Managing moderators. Ayun, pwede ako dito sa...
Alright, so in order to break this problem down, let's use variables to simplify things. Let's take this second part of this print, and let's take it out into separate variables. So we know that we can get the
Luna, come here. Luna. Sarap naman ang tulog nila dyan, dalawa.
Dito nga sila natutulog. Come here daw, ito.
Huwag mo sipain.
Diba?
Hello, baby. How are you? How's your sleep? Huh?
Gagi, ngayon lang ulit ako nag-aaral.
Kaya naamoy mantika, konti na lang.
May 10 inyarim. Ano to? Mukhang pwedeng sindihan na.
Okay, yun. Yung pwede sa'yo na.
Ano ito? Unsalted. Naahinan hite.
Spicy. Dala mo pala si Good.
Spicy.
Mas nilimas ko. Solo. Ito wala rin yan. Awa.
Name of the
Just
user
branded
by
brand.
using this input function.
Ade
And
mas
I'm making
nilimas.
these variable names extra wordy
Bulky
so
kami
that
niya.
they fit
Super bulky.
Oni.
Super
make more
bulky.
sense. And I'm
But-
actually going to delete the rest of this as well, just to make everything easy to read. So next we need the length of name, and this is done by using the len,
Name of user.
and we pass in the name of the user that starts from line 1. So now finally what we have here is the length of the name, which we want to tag to the end of this print statement. Now, what is this error trying to tell us? It's saying you can only concatenate string to a string, not an integer, which is what is in this line of code. So where is the integer? Well, we know that when we calculate the length of something, it gives us a number. It gives us a whole number. So this is probably an integer. Well, we can verify this by using a type check, right? We can print the first part.
Hello, Maria. How are you? Are you good?
Of this concatenation, and we can put it inside a type function to check what is the data type of this first part. And then we can also check the data type of the second part, which is now called length. So let's open this out. Let's go ahead and run this code, enter a name, and you can see the first one is a string and the second one is an integer. So this is a type string and this is a type int. So now it makes sense that when we're printing, we can't simply concatenate a string to a number. It doesn't know how to do that. So how can we
Feeling ko kaya ko yun.
Sumala, live mo yun. Sumala.
Timid. Inaamang pwesto. Ibabam nan in a. Adalaan mo code yung adalaan mo sa ticket. Kaya doon maka 10,000 4 hours.
convert this length of name into the same data type?
Ayan, next time, bubuga mo yung last. Ticket. Yung mga wars, pinag-3-3 mo.
Oni. Alam din yung controller and UI. The holder ng controller.
Diba?
Oh, hello, Bella Dump. Yeah, mga dump account. That's what I want. Joke lang. Hello, welcome to the live.
Type as
Magnanakaw ka ba, Gucci? Kumana, napagana ko. Alright. Tignan natin solution niya.
which is a string. Well, you learned how to do that already. All we need to
Yeah,
do
but
is to wrap this
Ano?
inside
Insert
a
in...
Wala ba yung net ko?
3, then that, which is going to be equal to 4. Now, if I change this to 2 to the power of 3, then that's going to be 2 times 2 times 2. So that should be 8, and so on and so forth. Having the exponent being built into the language is one of the reasons why Python is really loved by a lot of data scientists and mathematicians, because it's really optimized towards manipulating and handling numbers. Now, one of the things that you have to be careful about when you are doing these mathematical operations is when you have more than one operation on the same line of code, then there's a certain level of priority. So some of these operations, like division or multiplication, are going to be first class, whereas others
What's up,
are going to be
Epaps?
more economy, like the plus and minus. And the rule that you might have remember from high school,
Pag binaliktad mo yung balakid, sakit sa heart.
basically states the order
Happy
of
Monday
operations
streaming.
is
Ay, birthday ni Kling ngayon.
multiplication, division,
Send ka ng heart me.
subtraction. So the things that happen first are the things inside brackets, then it's our exponents, then it's our multiplication and division.
Ay, hindi pala Kling. Saint Clair yung
Lowest
ano niya
priority
pala.
is our addition and
Ano
subtraction.
gusto nga dyan ah?
Now, it's
Like,
a little bit deceiving because
ano gusto nga
of
dyan
the
ah?
order. It makes it seem like as if multiplication
Clarissa.
is before division. But actually,
Yeah.
they are equally important. And when it actually comes to your calculations, the calculation that's most to the left is the one that will be prioritized between multiplication and division.